quick scorer on the SAT. All right? And then when he was in the Naval Academy, he grew like 7 or 8 inches and became like 7 foot. And they said, well, you won't fit on a submarine. and different things. So, you know, after a year or so, he, out of school, 2 years he had to give to them, to the Navy, and then he played with the San Antonio team. So he was the most outstanding athlete. And he was on the same team as Dennis Rodman. Anybody hear of Dennis Rodman? Put your hand up if you've heard of Dennis Rodman. Yeah, I know, it's social media. Yeah. And so I would be working with the team, and I'd come home and do my camp that I've been doing for like 40-some years with kids all your age and younger, boys and girls. And so I'd say, you know, who you want to hear about on the team? And they didn't want to hear about David Robinson. They wanted to hear about the goofball, Dennis Rodman. He was a really good player, but he was crazy. I mean, I used to hang out with him. Believe me, he was crazy. They said, Dave, get close to him. Try to bring him around. I said, ain't no way. I saw him every day. He'd come into the locker room, had his headphones on, and he'd be a little late. But he had already been there, got his workout in an hour and a half earlier, left, and then would come in and be late on purpose. Now, why does he play? Have his headphones on, listen to Pearl Jam. He has no black friends. All his friends were white. And so he would sit there, and I never saw him say hi to a teammate. 2 years I was with him. So I mean, this guy, but he could rebound, and he could play defense and guard people on the block. But he was just out of his mind. And I think he still is. But he was a lot of fun. He was a lot of fun to hear with. Like a chick magnet when you went out. Not that I was interested. Interesting observation, though. I talk about Larry Bird. I didn't coach him, but I played with him. Larry Bird and John Havlicek, 2 of the best Celtics, top scorers. All right. Both of those guys, I want to tell you, are neat notes. Those people, when you go into their house, you expect to see plastic on their furniture. That's how neat they were in the locker room, how they tended to business. They wanted everything to be just right. John Havlicek was like that. We'd go on the road, there'd be 18 people at the pre-season, go around to this little gym in New York someplace, and they'd have a board around in this room with nails and about 7 hangers for 20 people. You know, we've got stuff. John would take 6 of them. And he had his socks on one, underwear, and his shirt, all nice and spaced, wherever he could have them spaced. You know, all our clothes were all over on the floor and our gym bag and stuff. But these guys they paid attention to detail. And I can, remember those guys. And, Glenn Rice, great scorer. Just a lot of different people that probably wouldn't know because it's been too long ago. All right.
Thank you.
I'd just like to say one other thing, now that I got you here. I got a problem with this bullying thing. Always did as a kid and an athlete, somebody. In our school, the athletes took care of all that business. All right, there was none of that in our school. We used to have a thing where if 2 kids wanted to fight, I went to an all-boys school, about 800, all right? And 2 kids wanted to fight after school, we'd have a special lot, and those 2 guys would go there and fight, and everybody would go there and watch and see whether anybody could really fight or not. And so one time, I said, I don't like it. I don't like it when somebody's picking on people that either don't want to defend themselves or can't. And so, as athletes, we used to say, you know what, we're going to be the ones, we're the biggest, we're the strongest, we're in the best shape, we're going to make sure that that's not going to happen in our school. And it didn't happen. And I think you can do that. You can make that happen. Don't be part of this problem, all right? And it's real easy now where you can get on that thing and just let it fly, and nobody knows what's going on. It's pretty easy to be pretty mean, all right? But don't do that. And if you see somebody doing it, tell them, man, it's not worth it, because, you know, you have the ability right now. Look at all these people in the room. When you get out of school and you get a job, and you're going to want a job, and you're going to network, and you're going to need people, all the people in this room are going to be your teammates for life. Make them your teammates for life. Don't try to push them away. Don't try to be mean. Embrace them. Find out what turns them on. Find out, you know, what they like about it. I know it's kind of stupid to hear as from an adult, but I'm telling you, that's what you're going to want to, you're going to need everybody. And at home, that's where sportsmanship starts, at home. Your parents do an awful lot for you, kids, and you should tell them thanks every now and then. And you should ask them, what can I do for you? What can I clean up around the house? What can I, whatever can I do? Be a good teammate at home, because these are the people you're going to be dependent on. And then when you get out of college, don't go back and live at home. It's the worst thing you can possibly do. If you got to go out there and live with 3 other guys, nasty guys, in a 1-bedroom apartment, do it. Because that's what you're going to start learning all about what's going on in the world. All right? And don't forget your sunblock. Thank you.